Good evening and welcome to the CONRADO show. This is another edition of the show that brings you passion, purpose, and power of young men and women in our societies who are doing something really great to impact our nation, Ghana. Today on the show, we are going to have two vibrant gentlemen who are going to join us from the Federation of Ghana Medical Students Association, and they are going to share some insightful messages with us. A project that is underway currently in the country. I'll be doing the introduction later on the show, but this show is brought to you by Heritage Christian University. Admission for the September 2025 intake is currently ongoing. So programs in Bachelor of Business Administrations are all available for you to choose from. We also have some in the Bachelor of Sciences in Nursing, Midwifery, Information Technology, among others. You can also come in for professional programs within the ICAG terrain, as well as the Marketing Institute of Ghana is concerned. Heritage Christian University is admitting all undergraduate students and also from the graduate school levels as well. Contact Heritage 0547 777 731 0547 77731. Heritage is located in Amasaman behind the Olympic Stadium. This is also to remind you that GAIOFEL, the Greater Accra Regional Youth Fellowship of the Churches of Christ, their annual GAIOFEL conference will be coming off later this year, so kindly take notice of that as well. More details will be provided on that particular program later on the show. My name is Janice Abbey, and I'm standing in today for the regular host, Conrad Kakraba. After this break, when we come back, I will introduce my guest to you from the Federation of Ghana Medical Students Association, and then we'll tell you more about the theme for the celebration that is underway. Then we'll get our conversation going. Stay tuned.
Are you interested in building yourself in the media sector? Do you want to be a journalist, a videographer, a photographer, or any media personnel? Then Heritage Media Center is the right place to be. Ashon Michaelina is my name, a student of the Heritage Media Center. Heritage Media Center is just not centered on theory, but mostly about practicals. I am a student studying both journalism and multimedia. Someone would ask, can I study both journalism and multimedia? Yes, you can, and it also comes with a discount. Studying at Heritage Media Center gives you the opportunity to have access to all learning materials. Here at Heritage Media Center, we have the best lectures. Their main aim is to make sure we get the best of understanding. Come to Heritage Media Center and have that quality education.
Welcome back from that break. Let's get straight into our discussion for today's episode on the CONRADO show. I have two gentlemen with me, like I mentioned earlier. The persons to my extreme left. No, let me start off with my immediate left. Actually, we have the person of Honorable Samuel ISSIFU. He is the General Secretary for the Federation of Ghana Medical Students Association. Honorable, welcome.
Thank you so much.
Great. And then also the president-elect for the University of Ghana Medical Students Association, His Excellency Prince Dia. Yes, you're welcome.
Thank you very much.
Great to have both of you on CONRADO show today. First time meeting all of you, and I'm happy to have all of you on the show. It means CONRADO show, yeah, rising to the top and having two great gentlemen on the show. It's in here. Samuel, let me start off with you.
Sure.
Tell us, how has the federation been faring so far? As the General Secretary.
All right. Thank you very much, and good evening to your cherished viewers across the world. I would say the Federation is doing very well as far as our mission and vision is concerned, which I would soon be expounding on. I think we are on course to contribute our quota to the development of health and the well-being of the Ghanaian in general. Thank you very much.
Great. And then fresh box.
Yes.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
President, how has the journey been in terms of becoming the president for the UG and Medical Students Association?
Well, it hasn't been easy. First of all, I would say I'm much grateful to the Almighty God and grateful to all those that supported me. As it stands, I'm also a member of Federation of Ghana Medical Students Association, and UJ is a small umbrella under the main umbrella of FGMSA. And our main goal has been to improve the health among students and Ghana as a whole. So the journey hasn't been easy. All the things we do has been to help Ghana as a whole. Yeah.
Good to hear from both of you on that regard, and congratulations to you.
Thank you very much.
Wish you all the best in there. But let me start off the conversation with you, Samuel.
Sure.
When we talk of the Federation of Ghana Medical Students Association, what are we referring to?
All right. Thank you very much. So the Federation of Ghana Medical Students Association, it's more like the monolithic body or the national umbrella body of the medical students in Ghana, representing over 6,000 medical and dental students across Ghana. Now we are made up of 7 institutions or medical students associations from across the country, 5 public and then 2 private medical institutions. The 5 public, we are talking of the University for Development Studies, we are talking of the University of Cape Coast, we are talking of the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology Medical Students Association, we are talking of University of Ghana and then the University of Health and Allied Sciences. And with the private, we are talking of the Family Health University and Accra College of Medicine. Now, as a federation, we've been in existence for over 30 years, and our mission is to equip medical students with the requisite knowledge to serve Mother Ghana and humanity at large. And our vision as a federation is to raise a new generation of medical students with a sense of patriotism to participate meaningfully, purposefully, and actively in national and international health affairs. And so that's what we basically do. Now, as a federation, we do not just stand alone. We have affiliates or alliances. We are first affiliated to the Ghana Medical Association, which is our senior body. And so together we are able to drive national impact, national health impact. Again, beyond the shores of Ghana, or let me still stay within the shores of Ghana, we are still affiliated to the Ministry of Health and then the Ghana Health Service. Now, outside of Ghana, within the African continent, we are affiliated to the Federation of African Medical Students Association, which is the, let me say, the regional body of medical students within the African region. And then we all respond to our national international body, which is the International Federation of Medical Students Association, which is the largest run student organization you can find in the world, made up of about 1.3 million medical students from across the world. The International Federation of Medical Students Association is composed of about 133 national member organizations, of which the Federation, we are proud to say that the Federation of Ghana Medical Students Association is a part of this big body. Now, how is our affiliation or our alliance with the International Federation of Medical Students Association important? It is important in that the International Federation of Medical Students Association have an alliance or are co-linked with the United Nations and then the World Health Organization. And so you notice that these 2 organizations have been pivotal in pushing, let me say, the agendas or the policies of health across the world. And so together, we stand shoulder to shoulder, and then we see how we can improve wealth and health being across the world. Thank you very much.
Interesting. That's very insightful. But you did mention, while giving the background of the FGMSA,
Sure.
and you did mention of patriotism,
Sure.
training medical doctors or medical students with patriotism.
Sure.
Prince,
Yeah.
how important is that particular portion of the mission of the FGMSA to train students, medical students, with sense of patriotism?
Oh, okay. Thank you very much. So, one thing that we need as a country is the individual members being patriotic, because it appears that health is one of the field that we can't let go, because our lives, our future, our children, and all those around us need good health in order to live in the country. So being patriotic actually helps serve Mother Ghana in a lot of ways, because we can even record that when COVID came, it was these same health workers that were patriotic enough to act as frontliners to actually help test people, though their life were at stake. But you need some kind of a patriotism to actually do this job because it poses risk to doctors, nurses, and other health workers. So being patriotic is one of the key we do actually value a lot because it involves sacrifices and it helps us to come together as health workers to help promote the health state of the country.
Interesting. That's a very key factor in there. I'm very much happy there's something like that from the federation and they are driving at it. But now let's talk of what is actually happening.
Sure.
What is the project about? The National Health Week project. What is it about?
All right. Thank you very much. So the National Health Week project of the Federation of Ghana Medical Students Association, we would say is our annual flagship project. Now, this has been in existence for a very long time. And what we do is it is organized under the Office of the National Health Officer, who drives this mission on behalf of the Federation. Now, what we do is annually, we take various key or sensitive health thematic areas, and then we run a year-long awareness and intervention campaign around that theme. And so over the years, we've run, let me say, campaigns on various health themes, malaria, tuberculosis, depending on the demand for that particular health theme. Okay. And so that's what basically the project is about. And our end goal is to make sure that we are contributing our quota to the health and well-being of the Ghanaian community and at large. Yeah.
But for you, Prince, having had this particular program being a flagship of the federation, again, how well do you think this is helping the societies over the past? You might now be coming into the fray in terms of the federation, but gone experiences that you've heard and read of, how impactful do you think this has been to the people of Ghana?
Oh, okay. So I have been honored to participate in quite a good number of these health week projects for the past year. And what happened is that it's not a project we just choose a topic to actually talk about. We always try to look at the problem of the nation. Some problems. He made mention of malaria. He made mention of tuberculosis. All these diseases are diseases that have been affecting the members of the country. So we look at the prevalence of that particular disease, how people, the knowledge people have about it, how it's actually affecting people, and how, when it's solved, is the impact is going to create on the lives of the people. And then we tackle those things. So far, um, we have been able to educate quite a good number of people, thousands of people. We have been able to drive health, um, blood donations that a lot of people have donated to help people who are critically ill and they need blood transfusion. So you realize that the federation at large is helping the Ghana Health Service in driving their mission and their vision together. And since we are also soon to be doctors, we actually look at the problems we have at the student body, at the national level, and even at the community body. So that when we become doctors, we know where to touch, where to tackle. It's so nice that the community health is one of the branches of medicine that is really revolving of late in Ghana. And all boils down to we assessing the problems we have in the community. And we can't do that if we are not student body, we are not embarking on these projects to help us fetch the problems of the nation. So as long as it's really helping the nation at large.
Samuel, what is the theme? Well, what theme are we celebrating the week on? I mean, or under for this year's
Yeah.
edition?
So this year, the team has been carefully picked, and we are running the team Together We Can, Ending Cervical Cancer and Other Human Papilloma Virus Related Diseases, One Step at a Time. I take it again. Our team this year for the National Health Week project as a federation is Together We Can, Ending Cervical Cancer and Other Human Papilloma Virus Related Diseases, One Step at a Time.
Together We Can,
Yes.
Ending Cervical Cancer and Other Human Papilloma
Virus
Related
Diseases, One Step at a Time.
Oh, that's very nice.
a very nice theme, quite lengthy as well, with so many variables in there.
Yeah.
As a flagship program,
Yeah.
over the years, you did mention some of the areas you've tackled: tuberculosis, malaria, and all of that. In terms of achievements across Ghana and Africa, and maybe even the world, what are some of the highlights of this, flagship program?
Flagship program. All right. Thank you very much. Now, I think the overall, let me say, achievement in this is we are contributing to improvement in the public health of the country and internationally as well. That should be our biggest achievement. Now, when we come to the tangible accolades, or let me say the tangible rewards or awards we can make mention of, I made mention of our affiliation with the International Federation of Medical Students Association. Now, together, there are a lot of prestigious schemes within that international stage. We've been recognized by the WHO, I think in 2005, for running the tuberculosis campaign using the DOT, which is the directly observed therapy methodology. Now, in somewhere in 2009, we won the best presented project in Tunisia at the IFMSA General Assembly. Again, we were nominated for a very prestigious award in the International Federation of Medical Students Association, which is the Rex Crossley Awards. Rex Crossley happens to be one of the founding members of the International Federation of Medical Students Association. And you can imagine, to receive our project being nominated on the international stage among the 133 national member organizations, that is huge. Aside that, I do remember that somewhere in 2014, we were able to donate about, I think, 5,000 plus units of blood. And so you look at all of these things and the numbers that we are impacting, and we can say that, yes, like I said, our biggest achievement will be the public health improvements we are bringing about. But then these are also some of the achievements we can boast about. Now, quite recently, just in 2024, what happened was that because of COVID, there was a hiatus. And so after COVID, the National Health Week project was revived again. And last year, we ran it under the theme Sexual Transmitted Diseases. Now, last year, I do remember, we were able to reach over 55,000 plus students to create awareness about STIs across the country. And then we're able to screen over 2,000 of them. And so you're looking at these numbers, and we can say that it's been humbling, and we take great delight in what we are doing to improve the wealth and well-being of the Ghanaian citizen.
Great. So we are speaking to two gentlemen from the Federation of Ghana Medical Students Association, the General Secretary Samuel ISSIFU, and then also the President-elect for the University of Ghana Medical Students Association, His Excellency Prince Gia. Here in the studio with us, and we're having some interesting conversation. We're giving so many things. A lot of things happen behind the scenes that sometimes, if some platforms like this do not come up for them to share, you wouldn't actually. Maybe some people actually do not know there's a federation like this.
That's true.
And so all of these are very good insight. But let me come back to you again. I don't know with this for any of you can tackle this, but the theme.
Yeah.
I mentioned that there are so many variables. Together we can. Human puppy.
Ending cervical cancer and other. Yes.
So many variables. Tell us about the theme.
All right.
Why that theme?
Sure. Okay. Thank you very much. I would like to pick that up. So, Together We Can is actually a theme we use to signify or to highlight that unity and the collective effort we put in can enable us to actually fight against cervical cancer and other human papilloma virus related diseases. We do believe that if we get the youth on board, if we get the health workers on board, if we get individual people on board, we'll be able to actually create awareness and give people the reason why they have to, first of all, get vaccinated, second of all, get screened, and third of all, actually go and also invite others to go and get screened. All these together is actually the reason why we came up with the team that Together We Can. And if you look at it critically, you realize that HPV virus is actually something that when you detect it very early, it can be cured. So if we come together as a nation, we come together as individuals, we'll be able to reach out to a lot of people to actually save them from developing the worst form of it. That's why we came up with the team Together We Can, is to put everybody on board to make it possible.
Great. What is the HPV, the human puppy
Loma
virus.
virus.
What is it?
All right, thank you very much. Now, the human papilloma virus would say it's a group of related, or let me say, a group of over 400 related viruses.
400.
Yes, viruses.
Wow.
Now, these, and we have over 40 types of them, and they are transmitted sexually. Okay, whichever route, whether orally or penetratively, it is transmitted through sexual contact. Now, what happens is that it is statistics have shown that 4 out of every 5 persons will contract the human papilloma virus at some point in their life. That's statistics. 4 out of 5 of us at some point in time will contract the human papilloma virus. That seems to say about 90% of us at some point in
That's
time.
scary.
That's
that makes
scary.
it scary.
But then it shouldn't be scary, but it should be scary. Why? It shouldn't be scary in that our immune system tends to fight against it. You become asymptomatic. When we say asymptomatic, you don't express the symptoms of it. And then with time, you just recover naturally. However, remember I said there are over 40 types of them. We have certain high risk strains that when you get infected with them and it becomes recurrent or repeated, then it can lead to the development of the cancers we talk about. And key amongst the viruses that the human papilloma virus causes is the cervical cancer. And so you don't need to be a bad person to have the cervical cancer. Regardless of your race, your gender, your tribe, you can contract it. Everybody can contract it. And this is why we want to create the awareness that human papilloma virus is real. And to the larger extent, cervical cancer is real. And so you should get yourself informed, you should get yourself screened, and you should get yourself vaccinated. And so basically, this is what the human papilloma virus is about. Thank you.
Interesting. Why is FGMSA this year deciding to really
Pay
more
much attention to
cervical
it.
cancer?
Yes. Thank you very much once again. Now, you notice that in the statistics I'm mentioning, the statistics are quite alarming. Now, in 2019, it was estimated that about 620,000 plus women have the cervical cancer. So HPV, like I mentioned earlier on, causes this cervical cancer. And so you have about 620,000 plus women who have cervical cancer worldwide. Now, with the men, we have about 70,000 plus. Now, you notice that the variations between the statistics in the men, or in terms of ratio, it's about 6 times in the women. What that seeks to say is that women living with HIV, have a 6 times risk of acquiring cervical cancer than men. Now, to add to that, you notice that across the world, we have it has been stated that in Ghana, let me come to the Ghanaian statistics, that annually Ghana records about 3,000 cervical cancer cases annually. And out of these, what is more worrying, and that would be in medicine, we would say that would be the morbidity cases. Okay, now like they are morbid. Now, when we are now talking about the mortality cases out of these, which is the death rates, out of the 3,000, about 1,700 of them die out of cervical cancer, which is representing slightly over 55% of those who contract the diseases. And so we sit and we are looking at this and we're like, no, more awareness needs to be created. And why is all of this happening? It is happening because there's a lack of a public, let me say, health policy that pushes for either reduced or free vaccination for our females, especially. Okay. And so we are looking at that as a federation. We say, no, it is time to step up and speak for these people, to speak to the policymakers, use our platform as medical students or as future healthcare professionals to speak and appeal to these policymakers to say that no, there's something we need to really pay attention to here, because at the end of the day, we are going to save ourselves a lot of money and resources, because at the end of the day, these are human resources we are talking about. They are those going to live in the country, work to empower the nation as well. And so this is what has driven us as a federation to say, no, we need to pay more attention to this. Even more statistically or more alarming again is that cervical cancer is the second most common cancer amongst women worldwide. And so you see that if that's quite alarming for us to throw or shed light on. And so this is why we as a federation have chosen this year to run the team together with him, ending cervical cancer and other human papilloma virus related diseases one step at a time. There are other cancers that are caused by human papilloma virus, depending on the site it affects. So if it is the mouth, you have the mouth, like the cancer. If it's anus, anal cancer, vagina, vaginal cancer, and all of that. You can have the warts, vaginal warts as well. But then our key highlight is on cervical cancer. But then we are not leaving out the other related cancers. And our key highlight is on cervical cancer, like I said, because it is the second most common cancer across the world. Thank you.
Interesting stuff we are having today on the show. Speaking to Samuel ISSIFU, the General Secretary for the Federation of Medical Students, Federation of Ghana Medical Students Association, and then also the President-elect of the University of Ghana Medical Students Association, His Excellency Prince DUAH. We'll go for a quick break. When we come back, we'll delve into it more and find out what are the things, the activities underway for the campaign, and then also just maybe, hearing all of this, what can we also do to support the cause? We'll be back after this break. Whoa.
Bless the Lord, oh my soul.
Are you ready, youth of the Churches of Christ? This August, something extraordinary is happening. Churches of Christ Greater Accra Youth Fellowship presents Youth Day 2025. Theme: A Generation Restored for Kingdom Impact. 3rd John 1-2. Date: Saturday, 2nd August 2025. Time: 7:30 a.m. sharp. Venue: Radiant Way School near Odoko Church of Christ. Come and experience a wave of grace and wellness as we reach out to transform lives, body, mind, and spirit. Packed with powerful activities including fellowship that ignites love and friendships, street evangelism that touches hearts, transformational public preaching, health outreach and screening, health and wellness lectures, aerobics, energy, and fun like never before. Someone say, energy! This isn't just a day, it's transformational, impactful, and exciting. For more information, call 0243 064 426 or 0208 225 198. Get your copy of the new Guyfield t-shirt and join the generation that's rising for Kingdom Impact. Guyfield, united in faith, rooted in love.
10,000 reasons for my heart to find.
Welcome back from that break. And so we are still in the studio with members from the Federation of Ghana Medical Students Association sharing insights on their National Health Week project, which is underway for the year 2025. Let's say a big thank you to Heritage Christian University. Admission for the September 2025 intake is currently still ongoing, so you can get in touch with the admissions officers and they are going to help you to have your way out to Heritage. You can contact them on 054 777 731 054 777 731. Let me come back to you. I ended the other half with you, but let me start off with you.
Sure.
So tell us, for the campaign, which you are focusing on cervical cancer and other related diseases of the HPV, what are some of the activities underway for the project?
All right, thank you very much. Now, I will start from the community level. You notice that when I mentioned the components or the member associations that make up the federation, you notice that medical students or the medical schools in Ghana have been positioned or strategically positioned such that across the key regions in Ghana, you would find a medical school there. So, for instance, in let me say in this belt or this part of the country, Accra, you have the University of Ghana, Family Health University, then you have the Accra College of Medicine. In the Volta belt, you would have the University of Health and Allied Sciences. The middle belt, you are having University of Cape Coast and Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. And in the northern belt, which is the only northern medical school for now, would be the University for Development Studies. Now, what we do is that with the team, annually, these medical schools pick up the team, and that becomes their health week team at the local level. And so they run that. And so they run a series of programs. They go on interviews to educate, to bring about public awareness about that public, let me say, public health team we're talking about. They go on screenings. They provide interventions or vaccinations as well, because at the end of the day, you don't just want to inform the person, you want to empower the person. How do you empower the person? You get the person vaccinated so that the person can fight against that disease. And so at the local level, this is how it is coordinated. Our medical schools pick up the team, they run whatever activities they want to do creatively, whatever activities they so wish to do. At the end of the day, it is all about awareness, screening, and vaccination. Now, at the national level, where we come together to coordinate that, last month, I think last 2 months in May, on the 3rd of May, we had the launch, the National Health Week launch, which was held at the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, the medical village. And over there, what we sought to do was we engage key stakeholders and policy makers, as well as the entire medical student community. And then we sought to create the awareness what or why we are embarking on this team this year, and then try to get them to buy into the idea. And then through that platform, we're able to launch our fundraiser as well, which kickstart we raising funds to see how we can mobilize whatever resources or logistics is needed to drive this campaign. And so the launch was held on the 3rd of May at the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. Now, throughout the period as well, after the launch or even before the launch, we've had a lot of media engagements, both TV and radio. And so we've been on the notable platforms, Joy News, TV3, and all of that, to be able to bring that awareness to the public. Now, more key to note is that this Saturday, which is like tomorrow, we're going to have the national, for the first time, we are weaving something in which is novel, which is the National Forum. And because this year's team is centered on human papillomavirus, we are christening it as the National Human Papillomavirus Forum. And so there, we're going to have real-time conversations with policymakers and then key stakeholders around this issue. Let's hear what they have to say as well, so that together we can see those vital points we can pick up to see how we can drive the mission to become a very impactful mission at the end of the day. And so that's happening at the University of Cape Coast, Saturday, 9 a.m. Yes. Now, on the 30th of August, which is next month, ending of next month, we're then going to have the Grand Deba, which we have christened the HPV Step Up, or the National HPV Step Up Program. And so that will be held in Accra here. Now, we are in talks with the Ministry of Health, and our conversations have revealed that the Ministry of Health, thankfully, I think there has been some national drive to provide vaccines. And so since we are running similar teams alongside what the Ministry of Health is doing, our conversations have revealed that somewhere August, September, they as well will be rolling out at the various regional levels and district levels the vaccines for the young girls. And so what we seek to do is during that period, we'll be liaising with the Ministry of Health, and wherever you find the medical schools, we will be picking up, we'll be liaising with the Ministry of Health and going to the communities, educating them, screening them for cervical cancer, and then getting them vaccinated. Yeah.
Great stuff. Prince,
Yeah.
all of these that Samuel is talking about, definitely it has to do with finances. Financials are really key in this. How was the federation managing?
In terms of finance.
Yes.
So I think he made mention of we launching something we call fundraising to help us raise funds for the things we actually preach about. So what happened is that some of the things we talk about, we know the impact of them to the people of Ghana, but we don't have enough funds to do that. So we write letters to companies, and we also speak to our patrons. We speak to our leaders, something like Ghana Health Service. We also have Ghana Medical Association, and also we have individual people who sometimes help us to raise funds. And I think today, ISSIFU,
Yeah.
we are also speaking to the public.
Yeah.
So if you are hearing this, we have spoken to you concerning how we have humbly spoken to you concerning how human papilloma virus is actually affecting quite a good number of people in Ghana, how females are actually being affected, and how due to lack of awareness or lack of knowledge on this virus, people fail to get vaccinated and all that. If there's any way that it can be of help, if there's any way you want to help in terms of raising awareness, helping to get some vaccines for people, and also helping to, you can even speak to your son, your daughter, your brother, your sister, and even tell them about this thing we have said, and also encourage them to get tested. If there's any way you want to help in terms of finance, I think
Yes,
Yes, yes.
we will make.
would be sure to share the details. But to add to that, let me state the specific numerical values we're talking about. Our budget this year runs over 200,000 Ghana cedis,
That's a
which is
lot.
about
Yeah, that's a lot.
$18,000. And why is it so? It's because the vaccines are quite expensive to get. Our goal is to get about over 2,000 adolescents vaccinated. Why are we keen on this? As a country, we risk losing on the WHO target by 2030, which states that by 2030 we should have over 90% of adolescents aged 15 vaccinated against cervical cancer. And so 2000 even represents a smaller fraction of the feminine population across Ghana. And so, but this is our little quota we can contribute to the public, improve public health outcomes. And so, this is our humble appeal to you. We are here as a federation. We've educated you. How best can you help us? One, by sharing the message abroad. Two, we encourage you in your own little way, if you have the finances or the financial muscles to be able to get yourself screened or tested, please do so at your homes. But then we have a core target, which is to get over 2,000 girls vaccinated. And so we are appealing to you. This is us humbly coming to you before your homes this evening as a federation, that we want to stand shoulder to shoulder and partner with you. We want to work hand in glove with you to see how we can drive this mission forward. And so this is the numerical values we are talking about. Thank you very much.
Over 200,000 Ghana cedis.
Yeah.
That's actually a lot, right?
a lot of money.
Yeah, I think he made mention of the females at the age of 15. So one thing we actually focus much on is that when it comes to females in particular, we try our best to actually vaccinate them when they get to the age 9 to 14. The reason is that we want to vaccinate them before they become sexually active. He made mention of we or more than 40 actually subtypes of
Yeah.
the human papilloma virus
Sure.
being transmitted through sexual contact, which means that if we can get these females to actually vaccinate them before they become very active, we can help to solve most of the problem. So I think
that's a very smart.
that's very smart. Yeah.
And
Interesting.
and to add to that, one would say, is that budget just covering only the vaccines? No, because like I said, bringing that awareness to you on your screens costed us. That's one way. The media engagements we are making, logistics, our travels to get into the communities, to engage with them, to create materials that these people can relate with. All of these require finances. And so it's huge, but we believe that when you partner with us, we'll be able to drive the mission forward. Thank you.
Great. So we'll put the details on your screens in terms of if you want to make some cash donations, how you can reach us out or reach out to the FGMSA, which is the Federation of Ghana Medical Students Association. So you can also make sure that you contribute your quota. But while we put that on your screens for you as well, these are the details from here. So the bank name is Ecobank Ghana, account number 144-100-127-2952. 144-100-127-2952. And then you can make your contribution. The branch is the Tudu branch, and the account name is Federation of Ghana Medical Students Association. Every little drop of an amount that you bring will go a long way to help these young ones fight against cervical cancer. And by so doing, as a nation, we will fight towards achieving the goal of 2030 by the UN.
By the World Health
World Health
Organization.
Organization.
Sure.
World Health
Sure.
Organization. And so let's do well to make sure we get in there. Now, you want to say
Yes,
something?
not
Yes.
to cut you
Yeah,
short,
sure.
but then you may be wondering, okay, I don't have the financial muscles to help, but then you have some logistics you can help us with. Probably you are a laboratory person, you are a company that have these vaccines, but then you don't know how to reach to the people. Would be open to having those conversations, and so you can reach us via our mail as well, which is FGMSA-Ghana@ifmsa.org. I take it again. FGMSA-Ghana@ifmsa.org. We'll be looking forward to receiving your mails so that we can have those conversations and see how together we can be able to drive the mission. Thank you very much.
Any phone numbers in case they want to
Certainly.
contact? Yeah.
Certainly. So you can reach us via 020 41 70 554. 020 41 70 554 or 050 55 10 622. 050 55 10 622. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ISSIFU. But before we wrap it all up, just final words from you, President-elect.
So far, I think the few things we can say is that as the team goes, everyone has to be on board. So first of all, try your best to get vaccinated. Try and make your children also get vaccinated, and also try and spread the news. That's one way you can help us. Because when you help one person, another person also help one person. One take one. By the time you realize you have quite a good number of people that have been vaccinated. And this is also to all the females. One best way or one assured way you can know whether you have the virus or not is actually to go for screening. Yeah, so try your best to reach out to a nearby health center so that you can be screened for you to know whether you have it or not. If, as we said earlier, you have the virus at a very early age, what happens is that it can be totally cured and you don't have any problem at all. But then if you become cancerous and then it um, actually affect some other organs, it's very difficult getting it completely cured. So this is a little message I would personally like to humbly ask all Ghanaians to help us help them. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, His Excellency Prince Dria. Sammy, final words.
All right. Thank you very much. I think Prince has said it all. Ours or mine would be our message of gratitude. First of all, we would want to say a big thank you to the Truth TV for having us. We are grateful. This is, I believe we can say that this is your own way of contributing to the public health awareness and driving the mission forward. And so we want to say thank you so much for having us on the CONRADO show. Also, we want to thank our partners. First of all, profound gratitude to the Ghana Medical Association, our long-standing partner. We are so grateful for your guidance and your support, logistically, financially, in terms of counsel. And we couldn't have been here without you. We are so grateful. To His Excellency Dr. Frank Seribo, thank you so much, sir. And to the amazing executive board of the Ghana Medical Association. We would also want to send our regal gratitude to the SOGOB, which is the Society of Obstetricians and Gynecologists. They've been supportive in this mission, and we want to say a big thank you to them. We want to appreciate the Christian Health Association of Ghana. They've also been partnering with us in this mission. And key to note, this year we are partnering with one other international organization, which is the International Papillomavirus Society, the Ghanaian chapter. And so we want to express our profound gratitude to Professor Obri Yabua from UCC, to she and her team for their immense support logistically, in terms of counsel, and financially. Without them, I'm not sure this would have been possible because we started this project with them. And so to the IPVS Society Ghanaian chapter, we say a big thank you. Now to the presidents of the various medical students association across the country. UG-MSA, UDS-MSA, KNUST-MSA, UCC-MSA, UHAS-MSA, Family Health, Accra College of Medicine. We are so grateful to you. Thank you for standing with us all through these years. We see what you do and we are very appreciative of your efforts. And now to my big boss, the president and leader of the Federation of Ghana Medical Students Association, His Excellency Otis Mbayo Ngoga, to the lead officer of this project, Honorable Hilton Terry Dansu Kesi, who is the National Health Officer, and to the entire executive board of the Federation of Ghana Medical Students Association. We see you. We appreciate all that you do. Thank you so much for availing yourself for the service and the growth of improved outcomes in the country. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, gentlemen, for making time to join us on the show. We have been speaking to two gentlemen from the Federation of Ghana Medical Students Association. And I know if we should allow some, the list is very, very tall, very big. We can go on and on and on. But we are glad to have had you in the studio to speak to us on this year's event and project that is happening, the National Health Week Project 2025. And under the theme, let me get the theme again.
Together we came.
Ending cervical cancer and the human papilloma virus related diseases one step at a time. Thank you so much for being here. We are so much happy to have had you also at home during the watching this evening to have some education on HPV and its related diseases as well. This has been the CONRADO show. My name is Dennis Abe. Today I stood in for the regular host, Conrad Kakraba. A very big thank you going out to Heritage Christian University for always being behind us to come your way with this particular show. So we'll come your way again another time. Good evening.